Hello, hello, welcome. It's Alida Hernandez, Rebooted Mindset, of course, a Spanglish entertainment production. And today we have another incredible guest. I always try to bring you these innovative products that we have out here to make you healthier every day. And today we have Mr. CJ Rapp. He is the CEO of Karma Water, and you're going to learn about Karma Water today. I've been reading a lot. It's very interesting. It's pretty in depth if you get into the science of things, but it is a natural product with vitamins and all this stuff. And Mr. Rapp will tell us more about that. But it's just something to add to your list of healthy options that you can have out there. Especially out in the beverage area and the energy drinks. It's hard to tell people don't do this, right? They go, well, why can't I drink it? They sell it, right? But you have to look at the ingredients of things that are in anything you consume, beverages, food, everything, because there are chemicals in there. They mimic, there are labs out there that they mimic. They make the flavors, right? The strawberry, the banana, the chocolate, whatever it is flavor, they can make them synthetically in the lab. And they're doing that more and more. And I mean, I even heard about lab meat, which I do. Oh, forget it. I'll never eat another piece of meat. Okay. If I have to do that. So anyway, let's bring in Mr. Rapp because he's going to talk about this incredible new Karma Water. And I love the name about it, right? Karma Water. So good things, right? Good things come onto you and they come back to you, right? So let's welcome him in here. Let's find out my thing. Welcome, Mr. Rapp.
Alida, it's wonderful to be with you, and please call me CJ.
Okay, thank you. So yes, CJ, it's great to have you here. I was reading about the product on the website and going through all the different links. It's very interesting, when you get really into the science of it. So I don't think people want to hear too much about that, but maybe just an introduction of how'd you get into the beverage industry anyway?
Sure. So, Alida, I've been in the beverage industry for over 40 some odd years. Going further back, I'm actually a second generation beverage marketer. My father was a bottler before me. So we've been doing this for a really long time. And in fairness and in full confession, I tell you that we started on the opposite side of the beverage business. We were the creators in many respects of the energy drink segment. When I was in my 20s, I'd created a brand called Jolt for Jolt Cola. And again, this is before Red Bull, before Monster Energy, before a long list of these types of beverages. So we're here, of course, to talk about Karma, but I just wanted your audience to know that, and your listeners to know that I've been doing this a long time, and we certainly know what we're doing.
Well, I'm happy you came to the other side, as they say, to the healthy side, right?
Yeah, from naughty to nice. How about that?
Exactly. That's why I was doing a deep dive into it to try to see if I could find something. And I'm like, okay, what is this chemical, this product, not chemical, but the name of it? What do you call it? The cognizant.
Cognizant, yep.
The cognizant. So and it's a natural product though, right? It's
really,
not
so you raised the topic earlier. So how do you connect the dots between Jolt and Karma? And actually it all falls back on our assessment of the beverage industry at the time. So give credit where it's due. About 8 or 9 years ago, there was some clever beverage marketers that started creating better for you beverages. And certainly among the most popular would be vitamin water. And I think the intent, again, as a longstanding beverage guy, I'll give everybody their due and give them the benefit of the doubt and tell you that they are well intended. But when you look at the beverages and actually do a deep dive into the wellness beverages in particular, so many times they simply don't deliver on their promise, typically for one of two reasons or both reasons. They either don't have all truly natural ingredients in them, or what good ingredients they have in there, there's just a pixie dust quantity of it so that they can put it on the label, but certainly not enough goodness inside to make a difference.
Yeah. And I believe people are getting more aware of what they're drinking and what they're eating. I think it's a slow process, but I think there's enough stuff out now that people are going, it's time to question it because of
Well,
health and
we
everything.
certainly think, sorry for interrupting, we certainly think so. And we hope so, because the more you scrutinize the labels, the better Karma in particular will fare. And again, if I can give you one specific, so the energy drink category, as many people have recognized, is changed in the last year in that there's now, call it, healthier versions of energy drinks that are out there. Names like Celsius or Alani Nu, some people may be familiar with those. But again, when you look real close, and they'll throw out monikers like, no artificial ingredients or NGO or just let's say even use the word natural, but in non-GMO is where I was trying to say. So, but they also use both of those products use a sweetener called erythritol, which at the end of the day is a heavily processed sweetener that actually, if you look at the health studies of late, it's been linked with causing many different illnesses, and in particular risk of stroke. So that is just an ingredient. I don't care how they mask it. At the end of the day, you don't want that in your body. And another one that most people are aware of is taurine. So energy drinks are synonymous with taurine, which is an amino acid, but that now has been linked with different forms of cancer. And so, cutting to the chase, I would encourage your listeners to understand that if you want an energizing beverage, you really need to pick the ones that are clean, that have a very short list of ingredients, and that the ingredients that you do desire, as I said earlier, that there's enough of that goodness in there to make a difference.
Yeah. That's very good advice. And I know I see people, especially if people drink alcohol beverages, they still sell it at the bars. I mean, I don't drink anymore, but they have Red Bull, they have Monster, they have any other energy drinks, out there, and they're mixing it with alcohol, which doesn't help anymore. And now we've had more things with the alcohol, that's causing other things they're finding now.
There's no doubt. And again, I'm not here to advocate with alcohol, without alcohol. I share with you that I think many people subscribe to sort of finding a balance in life or moderation. Sometimes we hear the term offset. So, hey, I was a little naughty last night. I had 3 glasses of wine. Today, I better hydrate, do some healthy hydrating. And so there is, I think Americans in particular, finally understanding the virtues of moderation. And I think, again, our Karma comes into play with that, because I can assure you, as I shared, that the deeper dive you take with Karma, and we have 2 product lines, and I'll explain those, but the more comfortable you'll feel with them, and you'll start to understand why Karma is different than all the others.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I'm like, let's see what makes it different. I also saw the cap. You have a technology on the push cap. Tell me about that.
Sure. So, Alida, you hit it spot on. So the biggest difference with Karma, the immediate difference that your listeners and everyone out there will understand, is physically you look at a bottle of Karma and it's very different than all the others. So everyone knows what a beverage looks like, cans, bottles, etc. Right. But only Karma sits with a dispensing cap on top. We call it the Karma push cap. And the reason that's very different, and the reason it's there, is not simply for a visual difference of opinion or difference so it stands out. It's because it actually serves a purpose. And the best explanation I can provide is there is a long list of active ingredients. When they're put in a pre-mixed solution, they will deteriorate very rapidly. And what that means is, if you wanted a vitamin enhanced beverage, well, it'll say 200 milligrams of vitamin C, but you don't get 200 milligrams by the time you drink it, because it degrades or dissipates when it's in standing water.
Okay.
And the other great example we use are our kombuchas. So many people drink kombuchas because of the digestive benefits associated with the probiotic cultures. And what they don't realize is, once again, when it's pre-mixed in a kombucha, that the probiotics die off and you're not getting the digestive nutrition that you think you are. Wow. So this comes back to the cap. We take all of our active ingredients and we put it inside the cap until the consumer tears off the top. We say peel, push, shake on our packaging, and you peel the top label off and you simply take your thumb and push down and you infuse all the nutrition into the pristine water below. And then you just give it a quick shake. So this is not a long process. This is less than 10 seconds. Peel, push, shake. And once you do that, your beverage is fully mixed. And now you're infusing, whether they be probiotics on our probiotic line or the cognizant on our mental acuity and energy drink line. Now you're getting these active ingredients when they're most potent, they're most fresh, the most potent, and therefore at the optimal nutrition level.
I like that. That's really nifty there. That's really, really good. Yeah, it's almost like when you have or like medicines. Like medicine had like a little dispense, like you would have to wait. I remember when my kids were little, you had to put it in the refrigerator, then you had to mix it. You know what I mean? That kind of.
Well,
yeah.
That's an interesting, in fact, fascinating observation on your part, because exactly what the pharmacist and everyone will tell you about what you need to keep it refrigerated, because you need to keep those ingredients, those pharmaceutical, in this case, ingredients,
right,
at their optimal potency, so that they help us become more healthy.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I just thought of it now. That's what reminded me of that, because I remember doing that, and that was the same, like you said, same premise. What stays fresh, it's at the high potency, mix it up, and then you just drink it. So that's pretty good. That's really, really good. No, I love the product. I think the product, it does stand out, and I hope you guys do great with the product. You're doing really good already.
Yeah, so this has not been an overnight sensation. Karma's been around for 12 years, and it's been a slow discovery process, and we have evolved, as has the wellness beverage category has evolved. But we're out there today. We're in over 20,000 retail stores. So we're in many of the Walmarts, a lot of choices people will recognize. We're certainly in Sam's nationwide. We're in Kroger nationwide. And of course, online presence, we're in where you can buy Karma through Amazon.
Right. Yeah. So it on Amazon. I think you even have it at Publix too, at the Publix store. Because I think I saw them the other day and I grabbed it and I go, what's that? You know?
Yep. No, that's terrific.
Now I'll go back and go get one now.
And the other thing I wanted to mention too, for people, that there's so many out there that love to use their own personal reusable container, like a Stanley Cup or some of these types of containers. And so we listened to our consumer, and they said, we love Karma. We like what it the ingredients inside, but we want to drink from our Stanley Cup. And so we came out with stick packs not very long ago.
Okay.
And so those that prefer to drink out of their own reusable container, we have a solution for you as well in the form of stick pack. So whether it's a immediate ready to drink beverage that you'll find at a convenience store or grocery store, or stick pack, there's both types available now for Karma.
That's good, because that way you can just take them on the go, have some in your, I used to carry some other ones that I used to drink. I'll put them in my purse. So that way, if I go somewhere else, I ask for fresh, water, put it in, and then you can just drink it. Yeah.
And travelers too, Alida, we hear so often that, whether people are going on an airplane, and sometimes, they get nervous before the flight and their stomach is upset. And so many times people say we buy the Karma stick packs because of the immune support. You get on those airplanes and we all sit on them for 2 hours, and we're all feared that we may get sick by the time we get off it. And so our probiotic line, the primary benefit of our probiotic line is that it bolsters one's immune support system. And so it really does help you stay healthy.
Well, I'm going to have to get a whole bunch of packs of those, because we had a whole group of us that went to an event, and I don't know if it was that there was something there, but there was about 7 women that got sick that night, like real sick. Like I was sick for about 10 days with upper respiratory infection. I'm like, where did that come from?
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
So everybody, 2 of them went to the hospital. I mean, it was like bad. It was bad.
That was bad.
So everybody, I know my immune, I recovered, but still your immune is down when you get sick like that. So We'll
Well, and
have to
I
try to
think ever
boost
since
them.
COVID, I think it's elevated people's awareness of the importance of your immune system, to exactly what you're saying. And so it doesn't give you a guarantee that you won't become ill, but by having a strong immune system, you will stay healthier. And just as important as when you do become ill, you'll recover that much faster.
Right, exactly. And sometimes people don't like to take pills, so they can have something in the water that delivers them vitamins and some, protection. They're happy about that too. Because
Yes.
I take sometimes vitamins that I can't even take anymore because there's so many pills you have to take when they're natural. And then
Right.
some of them are big. So I start like, I can't drink any more pills. So it's
Right.
like too many.
Yep. Yeah, no, that's what we do, carry 6 essential vitamins in both of our product lines. And part of it is, you're right, the inconvenience of taking 6 different pills, that too is not necessary. And let's be honest, if you can, instead of just drinking water or fighting the process of taking 6 different pills a day, why not make it a lot simpler and just kind of, have a one beverage that's going to be your all-in-one need for your health. And so you are very definitely with Karma getting the same level of vitamins you would be if you took individual vitamin pills.
Oh, that's good.
Right. And again, hydration, I think we all understand it's important to drink enough water each day. And that too is a difference for Karma. So when you look at some of these other things, energy drinks and sparkling waters, there's a lot of sugar in those. They're carbonated, which doesn't always agree with us. And so we believe at Karma that it's always best to start with pure or pristine water, as we say, and then add the real nutrition on top.
Now with those waters, how many can you drink in a day? Is there a limit that you can drink, or they should alternate it with like regular water and the Karma? How should we do that?
Yeah, no, there isn't any set guidelines. Of course, there are guidelines that are established by the FDA, and certainly the quantities of additives that we carry in them in each of the Karma offerings are within FDA compliance. And what that means is it's certainly safe for consumption for people of all ages. And so, to answer your question, you could certainly drink 2 or 3 of any one of our beverages every single day. And because the 2 different lines speak to 2 different benefits, again, Karma Probiotics being about immune support and digestive health, and our natural energy line being all about invigoration, both mentally and physically, you could certainly, if you came back and asked for a recommendation, you could easily drink one of those a day in either order.
Okay.
Right. So we would suggest that you start out with the immune support or our probiotic line, just to, again, get that digestive system working, get your tummy health in order, get it good and balanced. And then maybe in the middle of the afternoon, if everybody's feeling a little afternoon drag and they need a little pick-me-up, then our Karma Energy makes a lot of sense.
Okay. Yeah, I asked that because unfortunately people, if you don't tell people, they do like everything else. They'll take 10 of whatever it is and drink it all day long. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then they start getting sick because they're overdoing everything. So, it's like you have to tell people, nope, one a day, start with one a day.
Too much of a good thing is not a good thing.
Exactly. It's true. Too much of anything, right? I think it is. But that's really good. That's really good. I think people will like it. I think, especially, I'm in Florida, so it's hot. Okay.
Right.
It's hot. You have to have something, some hydration with you at all times. Okay.
Well, hydration in the warmer climates, or of course when you have physical exertion. So I'll start with the term rehydration. We clearly need to rehydrate. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with just pure water. Pure water is obviously very healthy. But interestingly, you can drink a lot of water, just pure water, but you are not replenishing some of the essentials that your body needs. And so, once again, coming back to the best of both worlds and that's why we believe it's important for Karma always to be water-based, is clearly water is a really good thing. But water with benefits, or water plus, is something that I think everyone understands. And again, depending on which product line we're discussing, it really is the benefit of pure, healthy rehydration, while at the same time replenishing your body with some of the essential needs.
Yeah, I think that's very good. And what is good is that you can store the dry packets, the little packets, the co packets, and have those stocked in your pantry.
That's
So if there's in case of we have hurricanes here, whatever happens, we always have waters. Like I have 5-gallon jugs of waters, that I rotate, right? To have enough water for everybody in the house. So and it's not too bad. I mean, I'm not overzealous with it. Sometimes people hear panic,
right.
when they say hurricane. But I'm just saying that that's a good thing to have, especially during those times of crises, because it's going to help your body, and you're going to probably need all that extra vitamins during a time like that too. So
Right. Well, and just if you also maintain a healthier lifestyle, meaning you're actually taking these or a combination of these each day, there's
Right.
something to be said for that. So you almost don't
Right.
let yourself get so depleted that it becomes an act of desperation.
Yeah.
If you drink healthy each and every day, it actually pays big dividends in the long run, because you're not having these sinking spells or getting behind, and you're just staying, you're holding a really good level.
Yeah. It's so true. It's all the nutrients that you need, the vital, healthy nutrients. We have to have those on a daily basis.
That's right.
And I know a lot of people don't eat vegetables. They don't eat that. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
we have to find other ways that we can get them into our system,
That's right. No doubt.
So, so that's a really good product. So everybody knows, you can go to Amazon, just look it up. I have the website here. I'll put up the banner. I had it right here. Let's see where I put it. It's really easy. It's just called drinkkarma.com. That's it. Drink Karma.
Right. Drink Karma. And our mantra is just what plays to the concept that everyone's familiar with, karma, meaning pay it forward. So it embraces the philosophy of what you do today will have an impact on you tomorrow. And of course, we hope to be on the good side, the good karma side of that.
Yes.
So that if you put good things inside, you'll get good things as your life continues. And so we really do believe in that, and that's our mantra.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. To have something like that, something is like caring for other people. We have to build our community, keep our community alive, and everything like that. So we have to start thinking healthier. I tell
that's right.
We really do. There's too many sicknesses, too many things. Since 2020, everything changed, and even more so. I think it's the consciousness change, that we're more aware of the sickness. We're more aware of the things that are affecting our bodies now since then.
Well, Alida, it's interesting you say that too, because we do get more and more calls from nutrition centers and rehabilitation outlets. And I'll give you an extreme example. So, for the folks, unfortunately, that are undergoing treatments for, let's say, cancer, and part of that is chemotherapy and radiation, which the combined effects of that means it ravages our bodies. And the world's in the beginning, if I go back several years ago, we used to hear them say, well, my nutritionist or dietitian or therapist told me to drink Gatorade. But I think everyone, as you said, we're coming a long way in understanding wellness, and people have realized that sugar is the devil. There's no doubt about it. And sugar actually feeds the carcinogens and actually can add to the complications of, particularly with cancer. And so, if I'm being honest, Gatorade is probably the last thing someone should consume if they're undergoing treatments for cancer. And so through just kind of understanding the beverages that are out there, and with the eyes of people that really understand the virtues of nutrition, Karma is certainly gaining in popularity, certainly in major markets, as we said, Karma being in Publix, but also for the people in real need, when they absolutely must have something that is genuinely good for your body. Their choice is more and more is becoming Karma, for the simple reason that our ingredients are clean.
And that's the point. We have to eat clean and stuff that is going to benefit our bodies. I mean, if you go to the normal gas station, right? It's very difficult to find something. You go, it's all soda beverages with loads of sugar, beer, and then whatever else. And then you have the water section. Now the water section has become more different, because people are making different types of waters with alkaline, with this, with that. So, I guess it's a learning curve. So it's the more and more we see it, so if people see it, remember Karma water, people could recognize it and go, oh, I remember that. I'm going to pick that up instead of the other water, because it's the benefits of it. So
that's right. Alida, it comes back to what you said about reading a label. Actually take the time to read the label, hopefully before you make the purchase, but as you make a purchase, because I'd like to think that we only make the same mistake once, right? Or make a mistake once and then learn and make a better choice the next time. And again,
Yeah.
karma will,
Hopefully.
in the end, karma is a wise choice.
Exactly. Yes. Try to make the mistake only once, please.
Right. Easier said than done, of course.
I know. Ah, you did it again. No. I guess you could tell those people who are like been married 5 times, right?
That's right.
Try again. No. But yes, everybody. Yeah. Look again, search for it. Go to drinkkarma.com, go to Amazon, look in your store. I think that's one of why I recognize it too, because I got the email. I'm like, I think I just saw that.
Yes.
And I did pick it up and I looked at it, but I wasn't sure because I was rushing in the supermarket and I saw a whole bunch of different beverages. Because now they've been coming out with another like a pop that's like natural. But I'm always looking at the sugar content. Like I'm always looking to see, does it have sugar and where is it coming from? If it's stevia or monk fruit. Because I usually steer towards monk fruit if I have anything.
Yes, no, monk fruit's very good for you. Stevia certainly has withstood the test of time and heavy scrutiny, so there's nothing wrong with stevia or monk fruit. And I think some of the beverages you're referring to of late are talking about the prebiotics, like prebiotic sodas. And again, without naming names, I will tell you once again, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors in that what I spoke of early when we began this chat was that there's not enough goodness in there to actually make a difference.
I got it.
So again, I can't say each and every one of those, but please, let's hope the consumer, if they're interested or they're intrigued by prebiotic and it sounds healthier than a regular soda, that may or may not be the case. But more importantly, if you're buying it because you saw the phrase prebiotic or the word prebiotic, then if you go to take the time to read the label, once again, you'll see that there's like a tiny amount in there. And so if you want prebiotics, go find a beverage that has a healthy dose of prebiotics or probiotics.
Yes. And they usually in most stores, they'll have the healthier beverages together. Right. So they have like the normal, whatever that you see all the time for 100 years. And then now you have all the healthy stuff. And if you go to a organic store, then you usually don't have a problem because they already have all the good beverages. Because I know I go to like Sprouts is a big organic store here. And I'm so confused. It takes me forever. I don't know what anything is,
Right. Yep. No, you're exactly right. It's good when they put them together. But I just wanted your listeners to understand that beverage marketers, like all marketers, are pretty clever, and we refer to them as call outs. And so like in this instance, the call out may be prebiotic, but just because the call out says prebiotic doesn't necessarily mean there's enough in there to actually be clinically good for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand. That was like the whole fad when everybody's trying to go low fat. Remember, it was low fat or no fat and all this other stuff. But then you look at the ingredients, had a whole bunch of other stuff that you didn't need, or that weren't good for you.
Right.
So,
or they'd use the word added. No added fat. No added fat doesn't mean there's no fat in there. It just means there's no added fat. But they forget to tell you that there's plenty of it already in there.
Exactly. So wording, I've learned that wording, it's all marketing. So you really have to be very careful. And there's a couple of apps, I won't name them, but there are a couple of apps that you could go look on your phone that scans the barcode of food in the supermarket, and it tells you the ingredients, good and bad. And if they rate it. If it's really bad, it tells you no. And then it gives you an alternative product that's natural to get.
That's terrific. Yeah.
Yeah. So a couple of people come up. I had 2 on my phone, but in the beginning I was like scanning everything. I couldn't buy anything. I'm like, I can't buy this? Really?
Right.
And then I was surprised that some of the things that I thought were healthy weren't.
That's right.
They had maybe 1 or 2 ingredients that really threw it off, like unbelievable. Like it was like 10 ingredients, and then the last 2 were just killer,
Right.
Oh, what happened?
Well, again, it comes back to marketers. So they give heavy emphasis on the healthy side of the ingredients, but what they're not telling you is some of the other stuff that you're getting along with that. And that's where people need to be careful.
Right, okay. Well, thank you so much for your time. I know your time is very precious, and I appreciate everything you told us about Karma Water. I learned a lot from it, and I'm going to go get one and see and try it out.
Well, please do, Alida. It's been my pleasure as well, and thank you for taking the time to better understand karma. So thank you.
Thank you. Have an awesome day.
You as well.
Let me give you some applause. Ooh, come on. Always have to be a little extra, right? This is a little extra. Appreciate the people that come onto the show. This Karma Water is very interesting. I really like the fact that it like he said, it has all the nutrients and it's in a cap. It's in the cap. So he said peel, push, and shake, and then you drink it, and that's it. So that way you don't have to worry about carrying vitamins, and it has the probiotics or prebiotics, I think he said. And so just check it out, drinkkarma.com. You can go to Amazon and look at your local store, because there's really a lot. I saw them at Publix, so I'm going to go over there and go get one in just a little while and taste it and let you know how it tastes the next time we come on the show. So anyway, guys, I hope you have a great week. So I'm making a short one today. Remember, we're still selling tickets for the cruise. If you don't know about the cruise, we're having the first annual Spanglish Party Cruise. It is March 24th to 27th, leaving Port Canaveral to Celebration Key near the Bahamas for 3 days. We leave Friday afternoon. We'll be back Monday, 8 a.m. It's going to be a nice, like a little long weekend. We have 3 concerts going on. We got free salsa classes going on. There's a lot of other activities on the cruise ship as well. Casino, dinners, and there's always lots of food, let me tell you. There's food all the time. So watch what you eat, guys. It's just because it's available doesn't mean you have to eat everything. So try to stay healthy, stay on the grilled meat if you eat meat, vegetables, watch your carbs and your especially the sugar. Stay away from the dessert tray. Don't go there. Too much sugar, too much. I had a piece of birthday cake the other day. Oh my gosh, I have changed my taste buds. Okay, so once you start eating healthier and choosing things with less sugar or natural sweetness from fruit, like fresh yogurt, like plain yogurt with fresh fruit. Okay, it's a little tart, but you get used to it, and the fruits have flavor, so it tastes really good. Mango, pineapple, watermelon. I mean, there's so many fruits now. It's summer. Get your fruit, the cantaloupe. Get your fruit. So good. I lost it. I lost the thought. It went bounce. Anyway, the cruise. So again, October 24th through 27th, we have a whole lineup. I'm looking for the flyer right now. I don't know if this, oh, there it is. No, that's not the updated flyer. So while I'm talking, I will update the flyer. But anyway, we have salsa artists. We have artists coming from Puerto Rico. We have Pedro Brul and Paquito Acosta coming from Puerto Rico. We have Hermano Olivera. I'm trying to get the flyer here. We have JC Colon, Wiki Gonzalez, Willie Panama, okay? Willie Panama. Going to be performing with a live orchestra of 9 full 10-piece orchestra. So it's like 12 of them, I think. It's going to be amazing. The orchestra is going to be amazing. This is not just like a tape. It's not. We have DJs, okay? We have DJs. But we're not going to have, they're playing, it's a live orchestra. You got live musicians playing as the artist is singing, okay? It's going to be amazing. It's a lot of work trying to get all these people on the cruise ship and equipment. Let me tell you, I didn't know it was this difficult. We have a lot of moving parts trying to get everybody on the cruise ship. So I'm going to be on the deck counting everybody's on before I even get on, I think. It's going to be crazy. So I'm just telling you, it's going to be crazy. But anyway, here's the flyer. Look at that. We have salsa, we have freestyle, and we have rock and roll. We actually have K-Rock, Rolling Chords from South Korea. We got Will and Moore. We got Nasty Boys. We got Betsia. I mean, it's going to be amazing. This is going to be an amazing trip. It's an amazing experience with a group of people that we're all like-minded. We enjoy music. We just want to have a nice community of people and enjoy this music. And that's what it's all about, right? Music is great. Music is great for the soul. So enjoy whatever you love in music and have an awesome day. And I'll see you next week. And don't forget to subscribe. I always forget to say, don't forget to subscribe. If you're on YouTube, click the subscribe button and the little bell so it'll let you know when I have another show, either on Rebooted Mindset 555 or at Spanglish Entertainment. On Spanglish Entertainment, we have a lot of other shows, as you see on the bottom here. We have Freestyle Showcase, and we have Spanglish Cafe, music podcast, and we also have just Spanglish Entertainment News and the magazine. So everything's on Spanglish Entertainment, and if you just want Rebooted, you can go to Rebooted Mindset 555. So please subscribe. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, and YouTube. Okay. And on all podcast platforms as well. All right. Bye. Have a great day.